The Biden administration could be about to establish a disgraceful alliance with the Venezuelan regime following different meetings between the US and Venezuelan officials in Caracas, in Venezuelan capital Caracas, where they essentially discussed the possibility of easing in sanctions and, in addition to this, to liberate the Citgo 6 in exchange of getting oil, and in addition to getting oil, to essentially destroy the alliance between Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro and, of course, Russian dictator Vladimir Putin. So, according to different media outlets such as the New York Times and Reuters, the plan of the Biden administration is basically to replace the Russian oil that will stop buying with the Venezuelan one. So, in addition, on the other hand, the Biden administration basically expects that this move will put things worse for Putin, as it will be losing one of its most important allies in this region of the world, in Latin America. So the situation definitely has a lot of flaws, definitely has a lot of problems, given the fact that it is extremely unlikely that Venezuela could somehow supply the amount of oil that the US requests, considering that the Venezuelan oil industry has been brutally destroyed over the last few years, thanks to the extreme left-wing policies that have been applied by the socialist regime of this country, and of course because of massive mismanagement. So, on the other hand, it is important to point out that in case this goes on, this situation will essentially stabilize the Maduro regime, which will represent a massive blow to the fight for Venezuelan democracy. This strong fight that has been taking place over the last few years, this situation will essentially destroy it. This situation will put things extremely more difficult for the South American nation, given the fact that this will stabilize Maduro in a way that he could get things easier, because we could be talking about the possibility of easing in sanctions, and in addition to this, to get recognized as the legitimate president of this nation. We need to remember that since a couple of years ago, with the Trump administration, the White House essentially decided to stop recognizing Maduro as the legitimate president of this country. So this situation will only legitimize him once again, and the fight for the freedom of this country will get harder than ever. So the truth is, despite the fact that we are watching a possible alliance between both nations and between both presidents, the truth is that this situation will be way more beneficial for Maduro instead of the Biden administration. So we're going to see what is going to happen, but the truth is that this is a pretty disgraceful move by the White House, especially because we need to remember the way so many nations on this region of the world in South America have been doing what the White House have told them. And on this case, it has been essentially to stop recognizing Maduro and start recognizing Juan Guaidó, and cut almost any type of relationship. So many governments on this region keep following those policies, and this situation is creating a pretty significant chaos. So we're going to see what is going to happen, and of course we will be informing you in next episodes. Reporting from Medellin, Colombia, Luis Orozco, Newsweek.